Okay, we're moving on to a member of the family you already know, the Onagraceae, and perhaps a member of the genus you already know, if we've already done our keying today, or on Friday the 8th of May. So just remember, Onagraceae, we have annuals and perennials, not woody though, and we have for sepals, sorry, there's the sepal there, 4 petals, 4 or 8 stamens, and we have an inferior ovary, which is this part right here. And in the evening primrose family, the Onagraceae, I don't believe I told you yet that some of the members actually do open in the evening. That's why it's called that. This isn't one of those. Okay. So this is a Clarkia, which is a genus of all annuals. And beautiful wildflowers in California. There's a lot of different Clarkias. And so Clarkias will have either 4 or 8 stamens, and as we saw when we were keying it out, things look quite a bit different depending on when you're looking at the flower. Now this particular one has 8 stamens, and that's pretty obvious, I think, maybe in the pictures. Not always that obvious. Also, in Clarkias, generally the stamens open up and release their pollen like these are starting to do. They're drying up first before the stigmas will emerge. And the stigmas in this family, you're going to have 4, okay, 4 or at least 4-lobed stigma, I should say, more correctly. And you've got to catch it at the right time to see that, because if you're catching it at the time like this one where the pollen is being released, you may not see the lobes of the stigma yet. And remember, we saw in class that it's papillate, or it's got these like extensions, hairs on it, and it's dry. It's not a wet stigma. But this is a beautiful little Clarkia, and it's called tongue Clarkia because of this little tiny extension you can see on the claws of the petals. So one on each side. There's one right there too. And it typically has these little red dots on the purple petals. That's a better one to see that. Moving on, let me check and make sure that I didn't give you the species. This is a beautiful little tiny one, which I did not give you, but hopefully you recognize this as belonging to the Phrymaceae. And this is a former mimulus, which is now erythranthe bicolor, 2 colors. They're tiny, tiny little plants, only about an inch tall, and most of the plant is the flower. It's just really beautiful if you get a chance to see it. Now I did put this next one on your list. It's Luzula, the genus Luzula, just know that, in the Juncaceae, because Juncaceae has only 2 genera, Juncus, which is the genus of rushes, and Luzula, which is the genus of the hairy wood rushes. These are the capsules that are forming, and those are the perianth, the sepals and petals. And so it looks very much like a Juncus, except there's the hairiness that we're talking about for the hairy wood rushes. Now, I'm not going to have you know any more, I believe in this, but I just want to leave you with a few beautiful pictures since we're all pretty housebound, apartment bound right now. This is in the Sierra, but this is in the southern Sierra, sort of down by Bishop, and it's called Humphreys Basin, which is on the east side. Just some beautiful flowers in the gentian family. This is not the most beautiful one, but it's certainly a nice one. And even though I did not have you know Aquilegia, it's a beautiful genus. The one that's down lower elevation is completely red. And these are pollinated by things that have long tongues. Here's a hawk moth. This is a hybrid between one that is really high elevation and the next lower one down. So we get whites and pinks, and these are these long nectar tubes. So it's just a beautiful plant if you ever have a chance to see it. Lilies, true lilies in the genus, in the lily family, and they are in the genus Lilium. So this is Kelly's tiger lily, and just random things here. This is a little elephant's head. There's the trunk. There's also a regular elephant's head that has even a longer trunk. And I just want to leave you with this beautiful picture with lupins in the foreground and wish you a good summer and fall, and we will see each other again. So take care.